Can anybody hear me? Because it's not showing that my mic is working. So if anybody jumps on, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me because it's showing nothing for the microphone. So I need someone to tell me if they can hear me. Oh, you can hear me. It's not showing my mic at all. And I kept the Bluetooth in because the mic wasn't working. So I'm just kind of like bouncing between the two, not knowing if you guys can hear me. So this is a surprise. This is a surprise. This is a surprise. And I said, yes, it is time. And this is what this video is going to be. It's not a perfect time for me to express where I've been and why I've been gone, but this will be beneficial to a lot of people because at the end of the day, a lot of people are going through what I've been through, what I've just experienced, the healing that I've been through, all of the above. A lot of people are going through this, and I feel like who comes in this live is meant to be here because this wasn't scheduled. And God just told me as I'm sitting here, switch it up. This is what I need to talk about, which is my story, why I was away, why you see me in a new space, why do you see everything has changed for me in so many different ways. I'm just going to start by telling my story. Dang it, I wasn't ready for this, but he said it's time because I've been holding on and trying to figure out the perfect way to come and tell this story. The story is touching because it has a lot of parts to it, and I wasn't even ready for this chapter. I don't think I can say I was actually ready for the chapter ahead that God had already written for me. And his plan, it wasn't the plan that I thought that I had for my life. It went and went a total different way, a total different way. I will say this. If you've been rocking with me, you know I've been married for, it would have been going on 16 years. I'm a mom of 3 girls, 2 of which I had was 3.5 and about 6 months old when I met my ex. I'm no longer married. I'm no longer married. And during COVID, during COVID, um, do you guys remember I said farewell? At that time, God was dealing with me and I didn't know what was going on, why I felt this shift, why a lot of things were going on in my brain. And I didn't know what God was saying. And I didn't want to really hear him until one day at 1 o'clock in the morning. I remember it was around 1 o'clock in the morning. God woke me up and he said, Camille, it is time to go. It is time to go. I remember having a conversation with my sister, my little sister, and this was some years ago. I want to say I was 38, going on 39. And I've been going through some rocky things in my marriage that when I tell y'all my business ain't show business, I used to say that I want my life to mimic the words that I speak. I want to sit before you and be an example of what God can do and he get the glory through the things that happens in our lives. And I found myself sitting in front of the camera and not feeling fulfilled and always thinking about this channel and this and what he showed me and the prophecies that I've had since I was a little girl. I'm going to pause and give you those really quick. So I didn't share this with many people, but I need to share this because people won't have an understanding of who I am and why things took a turn the way they had, but for in a great way. So what I'll say is this. At age 12, I remember being in church and I was singing in a choir and my slip fell. My slip fell. And when my slip fell, I was kind of embarrassed because the boy that was drumming in church was a boy that I had a crush on. So I was so embarrassed. I ran to the bathroom, and this particular Sunday, there was a lady from Ohio who was a evangelist, and she travels, come into different churches to speak for different events, and she was very sought after. And when she comes to your church, a lot of people want to be there. So at this particular time, she's here. I come out of the bathroom from fixing myself, and this lady looks at me, and she looks me straight in my eyes, and she points at me, and she does this. And I'm looking like, I'm 12. What does she want with me? What does she want with me? Like, I'm looking like, okay. And she extended her hand, and she said, and I knew she was talking to me. It was unavoidable. I knew she was talking to me. So as I began to walk to her, she began to walk to me. And she grabbed me and she said, sister, sister, oh, little sister, because she's an older woman. She said, oh my gosh, can I just hold you? Can I just hold you? She said, oh my gosh, you have no clue. You have no clue. She said, they're chosen people. There are anointed. Like, she was just naming the levels of people in this world. And I'm hearing her, and I'm knowing that what this lady is saying to me spiritually is good. But I still, it's not, I'm 12. It's still not, it's not really, it's not. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening to this spiritual woman, and I'm like, okay. And I'm getting goosebumps as I speak this, because it's, so I'm like, okay. She said, oh my gosh. She said, oh my gosh. She said, you are going to go through so much. You're going to go through so much in life, but God is going to give you the strength to make it through so much. She was like, right now, you don't understand it, but when you get older, it's going to all start to come together for you. She said, you are, no, the world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. People all over the world are going to start seeking you out. And I'm just like, I'm listening to her, but I can't process it because I don't know exactly what she's saying. Like, what is it that I'm going to be doing? You know, my mind is all over the place with what is God saying? And she said, it's all going to come together. But oh my gosh, she was like, God is going to blow your mind with what he's going to give to you and what he's going to take you through and how he's going to transform you. God is going to blow your mind. Now, that stayed stuck, embedded in my mind as I got older. I became a teenage mom. Being a teenage mom and going through the struggles at this time, my child's father was in prison, and I seen myself following the same footsteps as my mom. I see myself following the same footsteps. And I said, I don't want this for my child. I'm at a revival. I'm at a church revival, and it is for around Y2K, around that time where they think everything is going to get ready to just shut down and life is about to be over. And I remember myself up there praying to God, God, I don't want to be like my mom. I don't want to follow the same footsteps. I don't want the same generational curses on my life. And I just want to be different. I want to be a better mom. I want to show my kids something different. I'm tearing, you know what they call it. I'm tearing and I'm praying to God. I'm saying, God, I need you to show me what to do. I want to be a great mom. I'm young right now. I'm 19 trying to figure this out. I'm in school full time, and I'm working, and I'm taking care of a child, and I'm taking care of a man in prison. At 19, I am doing all of this. I need you right now, God. I need you right now. And as I'm up there and I'm praying and I'm tearing into God, it was just this feeling of this woman. She comes to me. I remember seeing a fuchsia color, purple, like a purple pink color of whatever it was standing in front of me. Now, back in those times, you can get the VHS tapes of the services and stuff like that. So I remember somebody coming and embracing me. I remember a hat and I remember a suit. I couldn't see a face. And so I remember somebody coming and embracing me, and this woman grabbed me, and I got chills from my head to my toe when this person grabbed me, and she repeated the same thing that the woman said to me when I was 12. I'm talking about the same thing, guys, like the same thing. I cried because I said, this is all so familiar. And God, you're coming back and telling me this again. I understand that you got great things for me, but what is going on now? How can I get through what I'm going through now? I need you right now to help me right now, figure out right now, right now. And so it gave me another piece to move on, knowing I got something to look forward to. I got something that God wants me to do, and it's something special about this thing. And people are going to be waiting on me, but I got to figure out my life, and I got to go through all these things. And if it's worse than what I'm going through now, I'm like, oh God, I definitely know I need the strength, because I recall the first lady, then the second lady saying the same thing. I'm going to go through a lot of things. And if I shared a quarter of what I went through, a lot of y'all minds will be blown. So I'm sitting here and I'm hearing this lady say this. I said, you know what? I want to talk to her. I want to talk to this woman. I'm older now. I remember when I was 12, I couldn't really comprehend what that lady was saying, but I want to talk to her. So I got the VHS tape of the service because I wanted it anyways, because the message was good and I can listen to it again and kind of, give me that pep to just keep moving. I bought the VHS tape, guys. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. I see me standing there. I see me raise my hands. I see me talking. I see me doing everything. But there was no body in the VHS. There was no physical person that came and touched me in that tape. When I saw that video, all I could do was cry. All I could do was cry. All I could do was, I was literally in shock. I was literally in shock because I'm 19, still young, still a kid, basically. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to explain it. I shared it with a couple people that were close to me at the time, and nobody could explain nothing. I couldn't explain anything. So I said, okay, another mental note. That's God using whatever to get this message to me, to let me know, just keep moving. You got this. Keep going. You got this. No matter what comes your way, no matter what he allows, because that's the key thing. He allows things to happen to strengthen you. And I'm learning that so much more today. And so move fast forward. Now, I am in South Carolina. I moved from New York to South Carolina. I didn't want to be there no more. I wanted something different. I want to raise my girls in a different atmosphere. So at the age of 23, I moved from New York to South Carolina, young. Literally 9 months after we moved to South Carolina, I was approved for my home. I bought a home at such a young age, my first home. Got married early. Like, we did all this. We just moving and shaking, and God is just in it. We got married. My pastor married us on a Thursday night. In my brain, I said, I'm a single mom. At this point, I'm not trying to do anything fancy. Buying a house was more important than a wedding to impress other people. So this was my mindset. My mindset has always been different. I'm not about impressing other people. I'm about helping other people, period. And so what you fail to realize is, between the time that God has given me this message, that same man that got out of prison that I was doing everything for and catering to and being there for, even while working full time, being a full-time mom and going to school full time, got out and left me for dead in my blood. And this man tried to kill me. And when I went to the hospital and he did all of this, I'm kind of jumping right now because that's not the story I want to go into right there. But that's when I found out I was pregnant with baby number 2. So now here I am, a single mom with 2 children. And then later on, I met my husband that I was married to. And so now we're going to get back to South Carolina. So we moved to South Carolina, and for years, I did everything I can to be a great mom. I did everything I can to be a great wife. And I'm learning that things, people, and places happen for a reason and for a season. And so for years, I was sticking this thing out. And some of you that been rocking with me for a while remember some years ago when my ex-husband, got sick. He got really sick. I was in the hospital. We didn't know what was going to happen. We found out he had high blood. Then we found out he had congestive heart failure. I mean, it was just one thing after another. And it was just like stuff just being dumped on me. I've never shared this with anybody on here. I've never shared this. I'm just sharing just enough because there's so many women going through stuff. And you see me smiling. You see me get on YouTube. And for years, I slept alone. For years, I slept alone. I was in a marriage and I was alone. I was in a marriage and I was by myself. So many of us are in relationships and we're smiling and we're getting in front of these cameras and making it seem like everything is okay. But behind closed doors, it is not what you desire. And God gave me these quotes and I was making up these things and all this stuff that he put in me to bring out of me, it started hitting me. It was like the things that he gave me that I was giving you, it was hitting me. And I promise you, I'm fast forwarding. I'm fast forwarding because it was toxic. It was crazy. But I still sat in front of y'all and y'all had no clue what I was going through. If I was to share just 10% of it, you guys, your mind would be blown. So I can say that I'm sitting before you. I'm sitting before you like it's not sadness, it's tears of joy because I had to be strong to pull myself out of it. Now, going back to that night when God said to me, it is time to go, that was a blow to me. It was a blow to me. And the reason why it was a blow to me, because when you get married, the first thing you think is, I committed. This is supposed to be till death do us part. This is supposed to be sickness and health. This is supposed to be, yes, but it takes two to put the energy and the strength in for those things to make it last through the things that you can't endure, you feel like you can't endure. One person can't do it by themselves. And that's why I say it's so many of us in relationships and we smile and we hold the whole family on our backs. I never was one to expose family and expose. You would never know when I'm going through something with a sibling, with my parent, with my spouse. You won't, because it's not your business. And I tell the people that I mentor, I tell them, I said, listen, let me tell you something. If that person, and you don't know without a shadow of a doubt if this person can help you, don't tell them your business, because you have no clue what they're praying for. You have no clue what they think of you. Be careful. So not only that, but you hold so much in and it begins to fester and it starts to slowly drain you. It starts to slowly take away from who you are. That night, when God told me that, I was going back and forth with him. I said, God, what do you mean it's time to go? He said, you have given all that you have to give to this. It's time to move on. How do you take that? In my brain, the first thing I thought, what am I going to tell my current husband? What am I going to tell my children? How are the people on YouTube? How are the people on Facebook? How are my family? I'm being real. Going to look at this. How are they going to think? But if you've been rocking with me, I've always said it eat me up to be on camera when I'm going through something, or eat me up to speak to y'all and give y'all things, but not fully be walking in that. And it's those things I couldn't control. I can't control another person's ways, what they do. That's something I can't control. I can only control me. And when God told me to leave, the first thing I thought was, what am I going to say? Do I just tell him I'm leaving? I'm out? God said, just do whatever is comfortable for you, and I have the rest. When I tell you, if God tell you to do something and it feels uncomfortable, you have to do it. You have to do it. You hear me say everything great is on the other side of fear. You know what we fear? We fear the unknown. We fear being uncomfortable. And because of that, we become content, which turns into complacency, where you don't want to move. You don't want to move. It could be the money. Do you guys know? Do you know that my house was fully paid for? Do you know that I went through renovating that whole house? I had no mortgage. I went from no mortgage to almost $2,000 a month mortgage. I mean, paying monthly, literally. But guess what? I'm so much more happier. I feel so much more freer. Life is totally different for me. Things are different for me. I'm experiencing love that I've never experienced before. I'm experiencing things that I never had courage to experience because I made the move and the decision to do what God asked me to do. Now, not only was it time to go, but I had already started the process of healing, because in my brain I said, I know I can't change anyone, but if I change me, then everything around me changes. And that is true, because when you start to change yourself and you begin to heal, guess what? You won't accept certain things. You won't agree to certain things, and you just won't let certain people treat you a certain type of way. So that's how the change begins, with you. So when you hear people saying that, it is real. The change begins with you. The change begins with you deciding that I need to heal. I need to be better. Forget ego, forget pride, forget all of those things, because at the end of the day, social media and people outside your home will not comfort you every time you choose to stay in something, just so you don't have to feel the backlash or what people say or what people think. You continue to live an unhappy, unfulfilled life. So when God told me that, I said, you know what? I don't see myself growing, and the things that he's told me, I don't see it happening, right? Now, we moved to South Carolina. Now, let me tell you this. I started in the academy in corrections. It was a 6.5 week academy. Now, while I was in that academy, now this is number 3, guys. And I told you about the 2 incidents of the ladies that I met, right? So in the academy, we go for 6.5 weeks, and then we graduate. And the academy I was in was where everybody from South Carolina comes to this specific academy, and then they disperse to the different prisons after the academy. That was the main one, like the satellite one. So everybody goes to different prisons after that. So while in the academy, it was this one lady, and the lady she just seemed so different to me. She seemed so different to me. I'm like, why is this lady here? Why is this lady here? Why is this lady in this academy? It just didn't feel right. She felt out of place to me. She felt out of place to me. And so we went through the whole 6.5 weeks, and the day that we were supposed to have our last little mingling, and we having like a little lunch, brunch, whatever you want to call it, I'm sitting at a table. Listen to what I'm saying to you guys. I'm sitting at a table, the 6-foot tables. Now I'm at a 6-foot table with somebody on this side of me, somebody on this side of me, and the other side of the table is 2 people across, but directly in front of me on the table, there's nobody. But there's another 6-foot table parallel on the other side. Guess who's sitting at that table facing me, and nobody sitting in front of her, which would have been between me and her? And she's got this straight view to me. Listen, if this lady didn't do this and do this to me, if this lady didn't do this and do this to me, my mouth dropped. The reason I went into the academy is because my dad been in prison all my life, in and out, from Attica. Most of the prisons you can name upstate New York, he's been in them. And that's, as a little girl with my stepmom, that's in and out of prisons, in and out of prisons, in and out of prisons. And so I was in my uncles, in and out of prisons. I was really curious as to what goes on behind the gates. And so when I got to South Carolina, that was like one of the jobs that was easy to get, long as you don't have any records and all that other good stuff. So I I got in there and I was excited about that. So long story short, I'm sitting there and she does the finger. She does the finger. And I did the look like, she talking to me? Just like I did when I was 12. Is she talking to me? The lady did it again. And she said, like, yeah, you know who I'm talking to. And I get up and I go sit over there. And on everything that I love and I know, this woman said the same exact words as woman number one when I was 12, woman number two when I was 19. And now here I am, 24 years old. And she's saying the same exact words. She said, why are you here? And I told her, I said, I'm very curious. It's good money, great benefits, not too far from my home. And also, I'm very curious as to what goes on behind here. I think this is something that'll be fulfilling to me. If I can reach somebody in here and give them encouragement and positivity, and that's always been me. Before that, after that, I ended up becoming a director for a program called Gang Out, which is a guy who started in California. And that's a whole nother story, how that pastor did me so dirty. Like, I've been through some crazy stuff. So let's get back to that. So talking to her, she repeated what the other lady said, and my mouth just dropped. And she was like, and and as she said, my thought was, wow, she's saying the same thing I heard. And that's what her response was, you know exactly what I'm saying. Like, basically, God has said this to you more than once. He's just going to keep reminding you. He's just going to keep reminding you have great things coming. You have great things, like mind blowing things coming your way. And I was just, I can't say dumbfounded, but I was just in awe, like, wow. Different places, different times. These people don't know each other, different cities, no communication, no connection at all. I know this is nothing but God. I know this is nothing but God. And so at that point, I had a little in my brain, it was just like, okay, God, I'm just waiting for you to show me. But I remember they keep saying it's going to be when you're older, like when you get older, your more mature time, your more mature years. I was a preemie. I shouldn't even be here. Like, I was very, very little. I had a couple times where I should have passed away. My mom was 14, had me at 15, and she literally, she was young, but there was times where she would leave me with random people. I got into a toilet at one point when I was just able to basically scoot, walk, or whatever, and was eating out of it and almost passed away, which is why I have this on my hand, because of the IV was placed in my arm wrong and my arm blew up and all this other stuff. My grandfather kind of told me that story. Rest his may he rest in peace. The one I always talk about, if y'all been rocking with me, the one that taught me to cook, taught me how to be a beast in the kitchen. Him. That was my father. Outside of my stepdad, that did come a little bit later. That was my pops, was my granddad. And he was actually the reason why I ended up stopped working at corrections. He was on his deathbed and they wouldn't allow me to go to New York to be there with him. And I had just had Arisma, which is my youngest, and they told me they had to look into it. No, when it comes to my family, that's not a question. So I literally quit. So anywho, going back to the lady saying that, so I knew that. So I'm telling this story to you guys to say this. All of that was God not only promising something great, but affirming it and continuing to affirm it. So we're going to fast forward back to COVID. So when this happened, God told me, he said, I just need you to do what I asked you to do. I just need you to do what I asked you to do. And I got everything else. Was the conversation with my ex like I thought it was going to be? No. Was the conversation with my kids like I thought it was going to be? No. It went so much better than I thought it would. It went so much better than I thought it would. Whenever God gives me the how-to or the whereabouts to express to you guys the stories and the different things that I've been through, I will talk about them. I will definitely talk about them. But I'm here before you now saying to you, I am no longer married. And let me tell you how God works. I am currently in a relationship. I will say that. But here's the thing about that. This is not a new situation. It's not a new thing. This is how God works. I did not want to move forward doing anything until I had a final divorce. When we put in our paperwork for my divorce, my lawyer told me, listen to what I'm saying to y'all. This is how God works when he say move, just do it. You got to have faith. You have to leap out on faith and let him work everything out. I literally put my paperwork in. My ex-husband and I signed everything. And the reason my name is still CPR because I'm Camille Paul Revived. That's who I am. I revived who I was before all of this. I was told after we signed everything, it is going to take 6 to 10 weeks, between 8 and 10 tops, but 6 minimum for me to get a response back showing I'm fully divorced. I didn't want to move forward with the dating or going forward with anything until that was final. Do y'all not realize that my ex was out the house? We were getting the house prepared and doing everything for the closing and getting everything done. God was so amazing, and all the work that we put in that house, it's like it came back and was a great benefit. Do you not realize that that was a Tuesday? It was a Tuesday. Listen to what I'm saying. It was a Tuesday. I was physically in my car riding to go see my guy, literally on a Thursday, and I get a phone call from my attorney. Y'all not getting this. I pick up the phone, and the first thing I thought was, something ain't right. Maybe they need some more paperwork. I probably need to get back in there to sign something. Something's not right. This woman answered me when I said hello by saying, hello, Miss Paul. I, uh, I, I can't even talk. I can't even talk. I said, you said Miss Paul. She said, you are officially divorced. It was a feeling that was happy, but then it wasn't happy because I remember the conversations of us thinking that we're going to grow old together, we're going to be together, and this is what it was, and all of those things. I could not fathom that this had happened. And look at 11, that's one of my numbers. It popped up as soon as I said that. I could not fathom that this was happening, and it had happened 2 days, 2 days during COVID. 2 days during COVID. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? I'm only saying this because if God tells you to move and you're uncomfortable and something don't feel right and you're not feeling like you are living your best life or living your purpose, you have to move. You are wasting your time. You're going to miss out on what is out there for you if you do not move. Do you know how many nights I cried? Do you know? Listen, I'm telling you from after the experience, but I've vlogged so many times crying, God, am I doing the right thing? Is this really what you want me to do? This is before the divorce and the paperwork. This was before all of that. I shed so many tears alone because I had to do it alone. I couldn't share this journey with nobody, because nobody was going to stop what God told me I needed to do. And sometimes you have to be your own strength, and sometimes you have to only have God. That's it. That's it. Because he's not going to tell you nothing that's going to hurt you. He already has your plan mapped out. I'm sitting before you in a different headspace. My gifts, my talents, the way that I'm able to work with my clients, I wouldn't have been able to do that a year or more ago. I wouldn't have been able to do that. I didn't realize how strong and powerful my gifts were. I knew, but I didn't realize that I couldn't walk in them. I couldn't feel them because I was toxic. I was broken. You attract who you are. You can't change no one. You cannot make somebody love you the way you're supposed to be loved. You can only accept or not accept what you desire. And I wasn't willing to accept that anymore. But even when he said go, I was confused, but I knew that I didn't want this. I had already checked out years ago, but I was still there existing. I was not living. I was smiling. And to a person that's not real spiritual, they wouldn't understand. It looks great. Everything looks great. You know how many men and women are living like that today? But that's where the cheating and the craziness comes from, and the sneaking out and the slowly falling apart and the slowly drifting away, and all this comes from. It takes two. You both have to be willing to give it your all in order for it to work. It can't be just one. So if you're listening to me, man or woman, please know that you must make a decision for you. You are your responsibility before anyone else. You are your responsibility. What you are willing to accept is something you choose. It has nothing to do with nobody else. When I tell you to be able to live in my purpose and wake up every day and help people all around the world and mentor people all around the world, different countries, different islands, different places, different cultures, different ethnicities, in such a fast time. When I tell you God don't play, he don't play. My life ain't show business. It's not. And I'm saying this because if I can share things, like I was talking to my mentee one day, I said, if my life was show business, my channels would be popping and I'd be showing and sharing so much stuff, because that's what people want, the drama and the things that I've been through when I was crying and the hurt and the pain. And, you know, people get on to share those things, but that's not for everybody. If I share those things, that's because I love you. And I want you to know that if I've been through it and you see me sitting before you and my joy I mean, leaving from the pain and moving forward to be great and greater, that's just to help you. That's a testimony. That's not for everybody. And when God says it's time, it's time. When I do speaking engagements and speaking events, that's when it's time. Because whoever came there, they came there for a reason. I am coming from being a single mom who went through some crazy domestic abuse back to back with multiple men that were toxic. I pulled in exactly and I attracted exactly what I was. And see, this is the part people don't want to listen to. But guess what? You'll stay in that zone and never figure out why you can't find your true happiness until you let your ego and your pride go and really focus on learning to heal and letting go and being transparent, getting someone to help you. I can literally sit here and tell you I help many women and many men and children to change and transform their life. And it's happening so fast for me. And when I say God didn't lie to me about my abundance financially, about my business, about my gift, about none of that, God did not lie to me. So if God is talking to you or have been talking to you, do not ignore it, because you can miss out on your blessing ignoring it. What God has and what you desire and what you feel you should have is totally two different things. When I tell you my life, where I am now, how I think now, how I move, my connection to my creator is totally different. I've never felt what I feel right now. And I give all glory to God. I give all glory to God for that, because I'm able to be a blessing Wow, wow, wow. That is true, Kurt, sis. You had to be ready to fully receive all that God has in store for you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And God is providing. Move when he say yes. Yes. Oh, sissy, I hear you loud and clear. Move when he says. Move when he says. The love that I'm experiencing right now, I didn't think I deserved it. I didn't think that someone can treat me the way I'm being treated right now, which makes me more humble. And we're going to talk about submission in another video because we as women take that the wrong way. We're going to talk about that. Email me, guys, the CPR Vibe, if you have any topics, something you want to talk about, if you're looking for a mentor, if you're looking for someone to help you to be accountable. I have a couple more slots left, because I do my clients weekly, and my clients are consistent. They be ready for their sessions every week, and it's transforming. It's transforming, and I always tell them it starts with you. Everything around you starts to change when you start to change, implement change. I'm promising you that. Invest in yourself. You're going to keep hearing me say that. I have therapy, mentor. I have a mentor. I have a mentor. I have a mentor. She is amazing. I have a mentor. I needed somebody to guide me. So I'm not going to tell you to do something that I wouldn't do. It was because of that too, allowing me to have somebody who holds me accountable, who has my best interests at heart and only knows that the focus when we have these conversations. It's about me. It's about me. This person can't take over the conversation and start talking about themselves or anything. It's about me. It's about me when we get together. Now, granted, I mean, we talk because we build a relationship. We talk about other things, and she shares things with her in her life and stuff like that. But when it's time for my actual session, it's amazing. It's amazing. It is amazing. And I just can't say any more about it. But yes, I'm sitting before you as a divorced woman. I'm no longer in New York. I moved to a whole nother state I've never lived in, never been to. And, oh gosh, I'm sorry guys, but it's a whole bunch of fire departments and ambulance just popped up right out over the. Hope everybody's okay. This was so good. I know some of us needed this encouragement today. Thank you, sis. You rock. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, see, stuff like that make me nervous. I'm just hoping everybody's okay. So, guys, when God says move, do what you can to make that movement. Do what you can to make that movement. When I say life has been amazing, the things I'm learning, I'm trying to learn more and more so that I can help others heal, so I can help others to be great, so I can help others pull out what's inside of them. What we see on the outside is all created from our experiences in life. But what God has placed in you inside and who you are is what we need to pull out of us. And it's so hard because a lot of times it may bring out a difference in how you deal with people and how people want to deal with you, which is great because that means that God is pulling away people that don't mean you any good and don't need to be in your life. And that's fine. That's how I feel. If God take you away and you're not in my life anymore, that's because that was meant. If you are coming in and you're coming in late, please go back and watch this video, because I just shared a lot for you, those of you that don't know where I was and what's going on. So yeah, if you are in search of a mentor and all that, please email me at the CPR Vibe at Gmail. I definitely, like I have a couple slots from my radio show. I had 3. And so now I'm down to 2. So I did get a new client from the radio show. So I have 2 more spots. I try to keep my days even kill so I can really focus with my clients, but also when I give them homework and have some free days in between to get my mind right for my radio show and all of that. So if those of you who don't know as well, I have a radio show on tloveradio.net. I think the link is below. And every Sunday I go in and I talk about a really touchy topic. We talked about single men and women and when you allow your children to meet your new love. So we talked about that last Sunday. I got like 3 phone calls right after I got off. So I think that we're going to start piggyback on that to get those calls in and then move on to the next topic or whatever. I'm still trying to figure that out, or if I want to expound on that topic of meeting, how children or when children should meet your new love or new partner, whatever the case may be. So that's what last week's show was about. If you've been missing the shows, you literally have been missing the shows because they have been amazing. I've been talking about some great things and I've been sharing some great things on that show. So please tell a friend to come on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. That's 8 p.m. Eastern time. I am on tloveradio.net and we go in unfiltered king and queen chat. And usually at the end of the broadcast, whatever I spoke about, I will let you call in and talk to me and ask questions or expound on whatever your experience is, whatever it is I'm talking about. So yeah. I wanted to come on and let you guys know this is where I am right now. I am a divorced woman moving on in a whole nother situation and taking it day by day and letting God guide and just being the mom, that the greatest mom that I can possibly be. Everything I do, I'm just letting God guide. I'm letting God guide everything that I do. And so that's where I am. That's where I am. Whole nother state. I love it. It's so peaceful. No one can't just pop up. No one can't just be here. A whole nother state. Beautiful. I'm loving everything. I'm loving the peace. I'm loving the enjoyment, spending time with my children and us just having our me time and really enjoying life, living life and not just existing, because I existed for so many years. Hey sis, I existed for so many years and I'm tired of being just existing. I'm tired of existing. I am tired of existing. I want to live. I wanted to live. And so that's what I'm doing currently. I am living. I am being loved on in a way that sometimes is mind blowing. My children are being loved on. God is just blessing in so many ways. And like I said, my business is not show business, but as God does what he's supposed to do in my life, it's going to manifest and you're going to see these things. That way you can see that from that uncomfortable move that I had to make when God said it's time to go and leave this marriage to where I am and where I will be as you see these things manifest in my life, you would see how being obedient to God is the greatest blessing that you can ever have in your life. There's nothing you can do to make up for that or make it be what you want it to be. It is only in obedience to God that you will get the blessing that you are supposed to have, because it's your life purpose. Your life purpose is the biggest blessing that you can possibly have living on this earth. I am telling you, I get up every morning and I come into my office. And I work for myself. I have money coming in weekly, invoices and clients paying and doing what they're doing on a weekly basis because that, okay, that was my babe. He is so amazing. And because of that, he at work. Because of that, it's the greatest feeling to let my daughter see me get up and I'm in this office. If I'm not emailing, I'm chatting and doing consults and reaching out to shelters in different places so I can volunteer my time to speak. If you know of any shelters or any place in your area that you have connection to, whether it be for men, women, or teens or anything like that, reach out to me, because I've told God that I want to volunteer my time to go speak and give back to shelters, people who are down and out and on their last. Now I'm not going to say what is the word? They're just down and out and feel like this is this is their last result and they don't know what else to do. That's what I want to donate to. Yes, enjoy everything he is sending your way. Only God can do it. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. All I can say is this, guys. God is amazing. God is the universe, whatever you call your higher power. It is amazing. It is amazing. Oh my. It is amazing because at the end of the day, oh, I didn't mean to hide anything. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. It is amazing because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I look back and I said, wow, girl, you made a decision. This wasn't for show. This wasn't for show business. This was not for anything. This was real. This was real. This was what God wanted me to do. And unless you were very close to me, you would not have known that I was going through this. You would not have known that this was happening in my life. Because guess what? I believe in God so much, and I believe that he had me that even when I cried behind closed doors, because it was a lot for me, it was overwhelming to go from one thing. Oh, thank you. Oh gosh, he just keeps sending me these things. I be sending him like videos of my daily like things I'm doing throughout the day or whatever. We don't live together or anything like that right now. Okay. So just, so it's at a distance. And so anywho, and he's just always surprising me and the girls, just amazing, amazing, amazing. So what I'm saying is, what was I saying, guys? He just look, just do just the pitter patter, the heart, just all that good stuff. What was I saying? What was I saying? What was I saying? I can't with him. I'm gonna have to tell him about it. If you've been on a radio show, he surprised me and came on a radio show one day, which was amazing. And he was saying, how proud of his queen he is and all this other great stuff and everything. I will say this, and I'm gonna just throw this out there. This particular person has been chasing me for over 11 years, and I continue to ignore him. That's all I'm gonna say. When God tell me to share the story, it's gonna blow y'all mind. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a whole nother story. But all I'm saying is at 40, I literally told my sister, remember what I said? I told my little sister, I remember I was 38. That's what it was. I forgot to continue that story earlier. I was 38 and we were talking. And I was going through my marriage, and I'm like, oh, I just don't want to walk away. I'm just tired. I'm tired of the fussing and the arguing and the asking, to love me more and to be better. And I'm just tired of that. I'm so tired, and I just don't want to walk away. I don't want to feel like the weak person. I want to feel like I gave up on my marriage. These are the things I was saying. And I told my little sister, I said, but let me tell you something. I don't know why I feel this in me, but I promise you, I won't go past the age of 40 in an unhappy marriage. I promise you that. And my sister said to me, she said, okay, because I've said things like that before. But guess what? Y'all remember my 40th birthday? When I say it happened so fast, I didn't hit 41. I spent 41 as a single woman, divorced. I say single because I'm not married yet, but I am in a relationship. But I spent 41 with a whole new set of people, a whole new situation. I wasn't married. So it's like I'm seeing everything that I speak be manifested. And when I was saying it to her, I believed it, but I didn't, because I'm thinking like, I'm gonna try to hold on as long as I can. I hope that I don't have to eat those words and just leave this relationship and this doesn't work out, because I want it to work out. Talking about my marriage. But look at God. That wasn't for me. That my season was over. That was done. And I didn't realize it. And when he said it's time to go, it was just that peak of, oh, it's time. I said, oh my gosh. After I look back, I said, wow, I said it. I would not go over 40. in this toxic relationship. Guys, do y'all know how it feels to be in a whole relationship and not sleep in a bed with somebody on a consistent basis for over 7 years? Do y'all know that? Do y'all know how it feels for somebody to tell you, if you feel you can get better, go ahead and get it? Do you? Like, we'll go there some other time. We'll go there some other time. But listen, let me tell y'all something. I went through so much. And I held my head before y'all smiling. I held my head up before y'all being strong, carrying the weight of my whole family. And all it was doing was tearing me down. Today, I can say the weight is not all on me. Sometimes I'm asking to get a little bit because I'm being relieved. I see what it's like to be with somebody who truly is there, supportive, and providing. And okay, remember I told you I'm going from no mortgage to right now? I was like, when I found this house, I was like, that's a lot. And he said, Mill, you're not doing this alone, so it shouldn't be a problem. With God getting ready to take you and take us, that's not, that's a little bit comparing. You have to change your mindset. It's okay to be frugal, but you can't be cheap. You want to make sure you and the girls have a safe area, a nice community. And we don't know Indiana that well. So we want to make sure that this home is in a great place where you are going to be safe until I get there. So to hear that, and this is not about talking. I'm talking to have someone that everything that they do. I tell people action speaks louder than words. I can sit before you and talk all day long, but if I can show you the proof is in the pudding of how I do behind closed doors, what I do behind closed doors, that's a whole nother level. And most people can't do that because their business is show business and it's for this. And if I wanted to do everything I did for this, trust me, views and all that stuff. And I've said, and you've been rocking with me, you've heard me say this a lot. I didn't share my birthday and what I did for my birthday and how I did and what I got. And I didn't share none of that. I don't share everything that I get surprised. It's stuff. I don't share those things. That's for me. That's for me. Those are special for me. You got to realize everything is not meant to share. Everything is not meant to share. It's for you. It's your learning lesson, your gift, your whatever it is. Everything is not meant to share. Priestess, the power you have and the energy you have. Wait, let me put this up there. Yes, let him use you to bless others through the good and the bad. One thing I do believe, he puts you where you need to be and with who you need. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Seasons, reasons, lifetimes. I so believe in this. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm getting goosebumps, like literally. I don't know if y'all can even see them. Like I literally am living proof that if you leap out on faith, that God has you. Well, let me show y'all my new cards. Let me show y'all my new cards. Hold on one second. I'm gonna have to probably tilt this up just a little bit. Hold on one second. They came. I'm so excited. So these are my business cards. Y'all know my favorite color is lime green. And so y'all know do work has always been my hashtag. And that means stop talking. And I've been hashtagging that for years, many years, even when I was doing fitness, when I was a fitness instructor. So do work is my hashtag. That's my website. That is still literally, we're trying to get all my testimonies and videos. My marketing guy is getting all that stuff done. But these are the new cards. I have tons of them. And it shows my radio show. It shows my business phone number. It shows my business email. And as you see that triangle, you know what that triangle means? That means focus. Like you see how the triangle is upside down? That is for focus on the foundation. If you know the chakras, I teach those because I'm a sound healing practitioner. That sacral chakra is at the bottom. That means who you are. That has to be your main focus. And as you realize, the triangle gets bigger at the top because it starts small because you're trying to figure it out. But in order for that triangle to be standing in that position, that is major focus because a triangle can actually stand that way, but it has to be so focused and it has to be in such, like, it has to be positioned just perfectly. And that's what God is trying to do. He wants to position you just perfectly. And as you notice, it goes up to the heart chakra. And the heart chakra, I've always used this symbol as my logo with the flat line. That means when you come to me as a mentee, you got dead situations. You're existing. You're not literally living until the CPR, which is me, Camille Power Vibe, comes into your life, and then I bring life into you. It's just so backwards. I'm going the opposite way of the card, but you see the flat line, and then it goes over to the lines going up. It's like I'm bringing life into you through my gifts and through what God does for me. And then it shows my, I can read it from this card. And then it shows services, mentoring for life and meditation. So I do a lot of meditating mentoring, which is life changing, how to reduce and remove stress and anxiety and worry, sound healing therapy, and speaking engagements. All of these services are provided to singles, couples, groups, and businesses. And then that's where you can find the CPR Vibe on all of these handles here. So that is my new card. I'm so excited. I don't know if you can see it, but you see in white, it shows the radio show and it every Sunday night at 8 p.m. So yeah, these are my new cards. Lime green is my color. Y'all know it. I love me some lime green. Like if you could see the stuff in my office, a lot of stuff is lime green. So yeah. So those are my new cards I'm excited about. And then I have, this was a surprise for Mother's Day that he got me. It's a skylight. And so it I can highlight different pictures and different things that I want to show while I'm on live. And it just gives me a reminder. My slogan is reviving lives by empowering them to transform their mindset. That's my slogan. What did he tell us? That faith, the size of the mustard seed, the realistic YouTuber for sure. This is why I love her. And oh, thank you so much, sis. Thank you so much. Great to see you live again. Thank you. I'm going to be going live more. I appreciate you so much for supporting everything that I do from my businesses that some don't know that I do promote and some that, you know, it's randomly thrown throughout a video. I appreciate you for supporting those, my products and stuff like that. So that is greatly appreciated. And I just appreciate the encouragement from a lot of you guys. It has been a journey. It has been a journey, but it's a journey that's well worth it. And I'm just ready to see the greatness of what God has for me and my family so that we can transition into greater things, so we can be a greater blessing to a lot of people around the world. I do a lot behind the scenes because my life, I don't know, for me, what I do behind closed doors, my integrity and the way that I bless and am a blessing to people, do you not realize that God will end up blessing you openly for the things you do behind closed doors? And it's a difference. You know, some people have it to do certain things so it look like they're blessed, but it's just a total difference. And I don't do stuff for show. When I do things, the way I bless people and the way I do things on a daily basis, I don't do it for show. And that's why people can't understand me. So when I leave here and I go back to New York, every month I'm there for at least 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And I'm just chilling and enjoying life. And, you know, I'll do my mentoring virtually and stuff like that, because I can do my job wherever I go. And so because of that, some people are like, oh my gosh, how do you go and just be gone for, because I work for myself, because I put in the work and I've been putting in the work for years. And I try to tell people that it's possible. Now I understand being an entrepreneur is not for everybody, but if you have that in you, it is possible, but you have to put the work in. So for me to get up and say, well, you know what, I don't want to do anything today, or I don't feel like it, or I'm not into it, I have been financially setting myself in such a way so I can do those things. I can do those things. I am able to be a blessing to others and able to say, well, If I don't want to do nothing this whole month, I'm not going to. For the next 2 months, I'm not going to, because I set myself up that way. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm not just speaking, but ladies and gentlemen, if you're hearing me and under the sound of my voice, it is possible for you too. You don't have to get up and do something that you really don't want to do every day if you have the guidance and someone that can show you how to make your dreams become a reality. It's possible, but you don't want to invest in that. See, people want everything for nothing. They want to live great and have great things, but they don't want to invest in themselves. I had to invest in myself. I knew I wanted better. I knew I wanted to be different, think different, see different, and know that I deserve different. But I needed someone to help me with that, because God already said what I needed to do. So it's like I have faith in that, but I need to do the work, because it's dead if I don't do my part to say, okay, God, I know you got this for me. So let me make a move to figure out how I can become better, so I can walk in my purpose, so I can be what you have me to be. Give me the person that I need, or the people that I need around me to make me great, so I can be great. Money equals option. Do what God put on your heart. Work and stack for freedom. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, guys, that's where I'm at. I'm excited. I don't know. All I'm going to say is, and I've been saying this even on my other channel before I left, before I stopped really showing my face on that channel. Shh. Do work. And that's what I'm doing, because guess what? There's no way that it's going to manifest and you see these things if the work is not being done. And that's what I'm going to do, because I'm able, I'm capable, and I got, okay, there's no way I can fail. My heart is amazing. My heart is good. I love on people. I'm there for people. I want to genuinely see people grow, transform, and be great. I'm not just talking. And I don't play about my people. I don't play about my people. If you on my team and I'm mentoring you, if you don't become great, then there's something wrong. Because the way that God works in me to work with my people is next level. Your life will never be the same. You'll feel uncomfortable going back to who you were. You'll feel uncomfortable going back to who you were. I'm not just talking. When I say God moves so fast in my life, it don't make no sense. I'm still in awe when I wake up in the morning and pull my curtains back and look at this big old backyard. And when I do that, I'm like, God, oh my gosh. You said, I need you to move, and I need you to move right now. Right now, this house is paid for. Wait, what am I tell people? Wait, where am I moving to? This is his city. Like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't want to stay in this city, but God, like, it was a but. What if? It was so many things on my brain, and that's what happens when we're afraid. We make excuses. We have a million questions of what to do to avoid making a step. But when God say move, just do it. Because guess what? I kid you not. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. My house sold so fast, guys. When I tell y'all, during COVID, I put my house on the market. I swear to you, you would think that I've shared this video with a couple of people. You would think that they was giving out free cheese. Oh, I didn't bring my tablet up here. Let me see if I can. Hold on one second. Let me get my computer. Let me see if I can. Oh Lord. Let me see if I can pull up Google Photos. Listen, the realtors said they have never in their life seen an open house. I'm not just talking. I like to show y'all proof. During COVID, when it was fully, I'm talking manifested, would you have to wear a mask, get away from me 6 feet, people was really serious about that thing. I put my house on the market. And I said, well, God, How is this going to happen? Hold on, let me focus to put this password in. How is this going to happen? Ooh, during COVID, God, like, isn't that going to mess up the closing and it's going to be a waste of time and we're going to have to do multiple open houses. And when I say I had every question for God, I don't want to move during the winter. Listen, y'all, I drove a 27-foot truck with my daughter's truck attached to the back of it. My daughter, who just turned 18, had never took a road trip. I had bought a new vehicle, so she had my new vehicle, my 12-year-old, and then I had the 27-foot truck with my truck, my old truck that I gave my 18-year-old attached to it, driving from New York to where I am currently, and it was over 8 hours, okay? In the winter over bridges. Do you know I was calling people so scared, like, please pray for us. Please, this is so scary. I'm talking bridges were water. I'm talking deep, couple 100 feet down bridges. That was the most scariest thing. And even before I have vlogs of me getting the truck from Penske from Home Depot, do you know God was testing me? And it was so many times I wanted to say, I give up. I can't do this. I give up, God. Nothing is happening right. It was so many times that I cried. I even cried in a Penske truck the day that we went to get the truck. I had all my movers waiting for me. Do you know they ended up leaving? They could not find the truck for me. They don't know where the truck went. It was literally, I literally stood in Home Depot almost 3.5 hours waiting for a truck. I kept texting my guy. He was like, baby, be patient. He was like, God, I said, I feel like I have patience. Why is this happening to me? He said, listen, let me tell you something. It's next level. God wants you to have long suffering. You need to learn long suffering. I said, well, why right now? Why? Just to have a man that can encourage you and say things like that when you feel like you just, I've been through so much and I don't feel like I have any more energy. I want to just say, screw it. I want to just say, screw it. But I couldn't, because God kept saying, the things that I'm getting ready to give you, I have to see that your faith is so strong, because I'm going to keep testing you and testing you and testing you. And let me tell you, when I start telling you some of the stuff that I've been through in this last 2 years, your mouth will literally drop. And I got proof of everything. I said, okay, all right, I'm going to be patient. They end up finding a truck. The truck didn't act right. It was so crazy. The man didn't show me how to drive the truck. I've never drove a truck this big. It was so much. It was so much, to the point where, okay, I think I'm in, hold on one second. Okay, we getting ready to find it, guys. That was, no, I don't need to go back that far. So December, hold on, y'all. I'm about to, hold on, December. Hold on. Trying to go back to the month on my photos so y'all can see. Okay. So y'all can see the open house on video. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. When I say mind blown, mine was blown. Like, whoa, I've never seen an open house like this in my life. And hold on. You could see some of my videos of me talking about the struggle. I was focused on my weight, focused on losing weight, focused on just healing myself at that time. It was full blown heal me, worry about me, healing me at this time. I'm talking to y'all, but I had locked my hair up and I took the locks out. Like, I was really loving on me, guys. Like, I was really, this is me with the locks. I didn't share none of this stuff. I didn't share none of the stuff that I was doing and the transformation, me losing all the weight. I didn't share none of that. I didn't share none of it. It was just all for me. It was all internal, and it was just a great feeling. How do I go back? Hold on. Okay, let's find that video of the open house. Look at me, guys. I felt so beautiful. I felt so beautiful. This was all just before I sold the house. Could y'all see that? Could y'all see? I would just take pictures of me seeing the weight loss and just me transforming and just focusing on my baby girls and my daughters and just loving on them and being better for them and meditating and totally going within myself. That's all it was about. That's all it was about. Oh gosh, hold on. Y'all work with me. I need y'all to see this open house because this is mind blowing. This is truly mind blowing. I couldn't believe this. I literally could not believe that this was happening the way it was. I said, wow, God, when you say move, you seriously do everything after I put the work in and I put that 1 foot forward. You literally go ahead and you do what you say you're going to do. And he has proved it so much to the point where I was like, okay, yep, excuse me, y'all. Yep, okay. It had to be November. Wait, November and then December, right? Oh gosh, it's November because we sold the house. The house closed November 7th. So it would have been November. Hold on, y'all. Okay, okay, let's see. Let's see. November. Oh gosh, please say it's on here. I'm gonna find it. It had to be November because I see the moving guy coming to give me an estimate. I remember that. So yeah, it was before the girl's birthday. Why would it work with me, y'all? Just give me a second. I'm gonna find it. I need y'all to see this because it's mind blowing. When I show people this, they was like, "Oh my gosh, that was not the open house. This is the open house for people to come see the house and view the house. To is this it? To view the house to see it." And people was like, "Oh my gosh, this house is staged so beautifully." No, that's how we live. That's how my house was. It wasn't staged at all. And anybody that know me know I did interior design for years, so it wasn't staged. This was literally how my house was, and it sold really fast. And the open house had my mind like, whoa, this was crazy. This was crazy. I think I'm coming up on it. Hold on. Okay, why is it freezing on me? I think I'm coming up on it. Who's all here with me? Say hello. Are you enjoying the live? I was going to say this wants to freeze on me. Okay, here we go. I think it's coming up. My computer is acting funky, guys. Okay, here we go. Come on, come on. Okay, I'm scrolling, I'm scrolling, I'm scrolling, scrolling. I used to do so many getaways with the girls. Okay, come on. This was my locks I had. This is literally not even a year and a half ago. Y'all see them? Yeah. I did a lot of transition. I was just loving on me, changing things up, doing things different. Shake, oh gosh. Okay, here we go. Let's see. That was a getaway with me and the girls we had went to. Or was we in that? Okay, here we go. Why does it look like? Not bear with me. I really want to show y'all this because this is like jaw dropping, like, but it seems like I want to say that it should be safe. It should be safe. And kind of frustrated. I remember the lady who bought it said she loved my meditation room, so I know my meditation room was in place at the time that they came to see the house. I do know that, so that's why I'm looking to see why is it. I have to find it. For some reason, I'm all the way to December. Hey, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Nikki Dixon, thank you. still here? Okay, thank you. Hey, Faye, I see the whole gang is here. Yes, hey, Faye back in the house. She was on my live earlier today, showing some love. I'm trying to find my open house for the house, my home that I sold. If you guys are rocking, you guys remember I did all of the renovations to that house and everything. So I'm just kind of filling everybody in with everything that I've been through and how the open house went. And for some strange reason, I'm like going way back. Oh wow. Okay. All right, God, what are you telling me? Because I'm trying. I'm trying. Yeah, for some reason. Why can't I find it? Look, y'all, when I say I was rocking the locks, I was enjoying life. I was having so much fun. Like, that's my brother's apparel. I was really enjoying life, and I done got a little happy and gained about 20 of those pounds back. Yeah, but it's all good. I'm gonna get back on it. I was telling my baby, like, I gotta get back on top of, get a little weight off and stuff. I don't know why. Oh, this is when I had my first sound healing event. And it was amazing when people came out to my sound healing event. I didn't share none of this. So I'm not just talking to y'all. I'm telling y'all that your girl has been living out my dream behind closed doors. I didn't post this. It wasn't on Facebook and it wasn't on anything. This was me taking a picture for the event. Oh gosh, let's see. Hold on. I don't know what just happened. Lord, it done went all the way. All the way. It done went all the way to freaking. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, I like this better. I can see the months. Okay. Why is it not allowing me? Oh, this was when we were moving everything from my storage because it was in storage. You know, I stayed with my mother-in-law for 8 months before I was blessed with this home that I'm in now. But you can see Rizzy's hair, how long it was. I was pulling it, showing. Hold on, I can touch it. Showing the length, how her hair is, and that was months ago. How her hair is, just pulling it from being natural, coming out of braids. But it's like way longer than that now. Christine, you remember that picture when I showed you Naya talking about let her show you how long her hair was, and she was pulling it and pulling her neck back. That girl was a mess. Guys, I don't know. I'm gonna have to find it. I know I thought I still seen it on my phone, so I'm gonna have to find it because for some reason it's not pulling up the open house videos, and I could have sworn that I saved those on the I could have sworn I saved those on my photos. But anyways, back to you guys. So that's what's going on. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. I hope this was very helpful to you guys. You guys do remember this is the day I came to you guys and I was talking to you guys. Y'all remember that day when I shared that video with you guys? You guys like, oh my gosh, it's so. Listen. You guys stay tuned. I have lots of videos for you. You guys remember that? Did I share that one? I know I did the farewell video, but I can't remember. But I definitely got to get my life all the way back together because I've been so happy and just living. And I said, okay, I gotta get back into my zone. Get back into my zone and focus a little bit more. But when I say I was feeling myself, like, look at me, guys. I was really feeling myself. Like, I literally was just like literally enjoying life and just being me and being joyful for the process and what God was doing in my life. That's it. Is this one? Let me see. Hold on. This was one of my favorites. That was when I was packing the house up, but I was just trying on stuff because I had lost so much weight, and I'm just like, let me just love on me and do something to make me smile and all that great stuff. So I was doing that. Can you hear me? It says something about my mic. So yeah, so my goal is to do more lives on this channel. Please email me or even leave in the comments if you care to email me or leave in comments topics or things you want to hear me talk about or go more in depth with. That would be great. And like I said, if you're definitely interested in mentoring, please do email me at the CPR Vibe at Gmail. That right there is like the best way. The best way to get in touch with me, so that way I can reach out to you and we could do a consult. We do a consult, see how we vibe, and then kind of go from there once we do the consultation. So that's how I work. I always do a consultation, and then after the consultation, you decide what you want to do. We schedule you. I only have a couple more spaces. So yeah, reach out if that's something you want to do. But yeah, I'm living proof. Nothing I'm doing is from sponsorship, from another business. Everything is blueprint from God. And I am the beginning of this. And it's all a fresh, new foundation, new blueprint from scratch. It's blueprint that I am walking in, that has been created for me and only me, no one else. We hear you. Okay. No one else. So that's the great thing. God said you can't look. That's why I say about that script. Remember when I did the video about stick to your script? Go check that video out if you haven't. And then also the video, Why Am I Weak? Those are two videos that you need to watch to get to know who I am and get an understanding from my thought process. So with those two, how have you? So with that being said, I realized that there's nobody else that can show me or give me any information on how this path that I'm going to be following is supposed to be followed. There's nobody. Only person, not even a person, but only entity I have is God to guide me and show me how this is supposed to pan out. There's nobody else that can help me. There's nobody else that can help me. And it's a great thing because it's uniquely mine. I am currently not doing something that anyone else is doing. The gift that God has placed in me and the way I utilize it in my business on a day-to-day, no one else is doing what I'm doing in the way that I do it. And I can confidently say that. So I would be feeling myself too, sis, just stunning then and now. Oh, thank you so much. Girl, I'm trying to really get it back together, girl. I be cooking that good old food. I made a chocolate Ghirardelli cake today. Naya requested some roast and potatoes, so I did like the mushroom and gravy with the carrots and the butter potatoes and some rice. And I ain't eat the meat, but I ate the potatoes and carrots and stuff. And I ate a couple pieces of chocolate cake. Yeah, so I'm trying to get my life all the way together. But yeah, it's me and Rizzy's. We're gonna binge watch movies again. We did last night. We didn't go to bed till 6 o'clock in the morning. And tomorrow we have a fun-filled day, stuff that you don't even know about. This is just what I do. So, and I was thinking about this, guys, and I was telling my daughter about it. I said, I kind of thank God for social media for certain people, because some kids would be neglected and wouldn't get attention if it wasn't for social media, because it seemed like so many moms on social media compete with what they're doing and trying to do with their kids to try to make a better video or act like they just do all these great things all the time with their kids. And it's so nerve-wracking because I see through it, and it's kind of sad, but it's kind of good. It's sad for the fact that it takes you making a coin in order to do these things, to show it off to people for your children, to make it seem like you're such a great mom. But at the end of the day, if you weren't getting a coin. I can see through the way that you interact and mingle with your children, even on video, that you don't really have patience and you really don't have a tolerance, but you act like you do on video. And so you put these videos out trying to make it seem like you're a great mom. But that's why I don't share. That's why I hate really vlogging and sharing stuff, because my moments with my kids and what I do, it's not for social media. It's for our special time. So if I don't share and I just let my child sit down and talk to you about the things that we do and the special time we have and the things that I do special for them, that's when you know it's real, because it's not for social media. Our life is not show business. It's not. It's not. So it's good, because the kids that would normally get neglected, at least because their parents are getting a coin, they're getting a little more attention now, because the videos are good and inspiring to some people to see somebody superficially act like they're just a great mom and they do all these wonderful things for their children every day. When at the end of the day, if a camera was in your home and how you interact with your child, love on them, kiss on them, tell them they're great, and have conversations, do you really? Do you really do those things when the camera's not around? That's why I don't like sharing stuff like that. That's why you hear me say so much that I wanted to pull back, even on the other channel, with sharing. People wanted me to do stuff, so I shared stuff. My face don't need to be in the camera. If I'm truly trying to show you how to save money and do stuff, you don't need to see my face. I'm showing you what to do on my other channel, how to DIY and save a dime. I don't need to show my face. I'm giving you exactly what it is that I want to give you. Now, over here, I can show my face, but it's still different. It's going to be about me. It's going to be about me, because God is making me great, and what I am and who I am for my children is still going to be even greater. It's going to be even better, because at the end of the day, when my child lays down, or when my child, go to sleep at night, they feel love. They know it's true love. And I'm not, oh, sit here, grab that. Get that. No, I'm not doing all that. Why? Because it's not for everybody. It's for my child. And sometimes people don't want a camera in their face. I don't need to do everything on camera. Now, if it's a video where people want to talk to me about the things I implement to have my one-on-one times with my children, that's different. That's different. But I'm not about to sit on here and everything we do. Oh, we doing this. Oh, we doing this. Oh, we doing that. If I share some of the stuff that I do, then you'll feel like this, because at the end of the day, I'm not sharing it with social media, not on Instagram, not on Facebook, not on YouTube, not on TikTok, not on none of that. Why? And that's why God blesses you even greater when you do stuff from the heart. God and people will not understand your blessings when you do stuff from the heart. See, superficial things that are done, it's going to be looking like things is happening, but it's not going to be long term. It's not going to be long term. If YouTube goes away, if all of these things go away, and I talked to y'all about this before, how would a conversation, if somebody had to meet my children, be? How would a conversation, if somebody had to meet someone who encountered me not on a camera? The conversations that I have with people when I volunteer my services, when I do things and I give my gifts and I help people in their life crisis and doing different things like that, not for social media. Oh, I'm going to go out and give this person and give this person and do this for that person. Watch this. I'm going to go and give this. Really? I'm just going to do it. And when I do it, people are surprised because they're not expecting it. I'm not around here looking all extra flashy. And that's what I want. I always told God, let me be humble. Let me be who I am so I can surprise you. So if I say to you, when God brings me to that point, when I say to you, sis, how much the rest of your mortgage is to pay off? 30,000. Well, me and my guy going to bless you and pay that off for you. So you never have to worry about that again. And this is not for show business. This is because it's from the heart, because I know how it is to struggle and want to get above water, but you're working and taking care of children and probably trying to go to school. And you get what I'm saying? That's the things that I see myself doing very soon. Very soon. I'm telling you. And I'm not just talking. To get on here and say, the first person that emails me and let me know, be honest with me and says blah, 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 I'm going to take care of that for you. I'm going to be doing that very soon. Mark my words. Everything that I've been saying since day one in front of this camera on YouTube has come to pass. If you've been rocking with me, you would know that. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not trying to be like everybody else. I don't desire to be like everybody else. And that's for a reason. Because God is going to give me who I'm here for. Period. That's it. I need to do true love will never die when it's genuine. Sounds good. I need to do the same. I still feel the kids might not be going back in September, but oh well, I guess I have to get ready. Gotcha. Come on, God. 12 and 2. Yes, it has. Sis, you are. So hold on, let me put that manifest. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm confidently saying this because when it happens, see, people like to jump on the bandwagon when they think it's all good. And y'all have heard me say, numbers don't make a person. Likes don't make a person. Subscribers don't make a person. Degrees don't make a person. Education don't make a person. God made the person who he wanted them to be from conception. It is up to you to grasp who that is and who you are and walk in it. But a lot of us are walking backwards. We're not walking in the way that he wants us or on the path that he wants us to be in. So therefore, you're not going to step into that purpose because you're walking in the wrong direction. See, the direction you want to walk in is the direction that's comfortable. The direction that God wants you to walk in is one that's unfamiliar and uncomfortable. A lot of us are not going to walk in our purpose because we are comfortable being content with existing. I love y'all. Time to go spend time with my girl. We might be doing the same night all night long tonight. About to go take this stuff off and get cozy and get on the couch. Yes, you have always said that. I love you guys. I love you guys. More lives are coming. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure you subscribe because you're going to miss out on what I have coming. If you ready for some good stuff, if you ready for the unfiltered, uncut, real, raw, this is where it's going to be. Because listen, I ain't sugarcoat nothing, and I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to give you the message, and if you don't like the message, don't kill the messenger because I have to be obedient, whether you like it or not. So like I said, who's meant to hear is going to hear it. If not, then it wasn't for you. All right. I love you guys. And remember, stick to your script because you are the best at it. I want to see how many people are going to say later to me before I get off. Enjoy your night. And tomorrow will be there Sunday night. No, today. Oh, and tomorrow we'll be there Sunday night. Gotcha. Yes, Sunday night is going down on tloveradio.net. Yes. I got a great topic, but I don't know if I want to go from last topic. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Love you guys. Later. Teresa, this was amazing. Thanks, sis. We ready? We ready, right, ladies? Yes, ladies, get ready because I got some great stuff for y'all. Some topics that's gonna be like, we transforming over here. Period. That's it. We not going through all that monkey see voodoo stuff over here. Monkey see, monkey do. We not doing that over here. We going with what God has given me, and we gonna go and flow with it. And if you're ready to transform, this is where you need to be. And I'm not just talking, I've been there and I'm still healing and still transforming at the same time. So yes, nice to hear you again. Later, Gator. It's G-A-T-A. I'm going to get you, Faye. I'm going to get you. G-A-T-A. We said what you know. Later, Gator. Good night, Teresa. Good night. Be blessed. All right, ladies, thank you all for who joined in. I see a lot of people ain't saying too much. We don't say bye over here. Love my babies forever. You're going to get fired. I'm going to block you from my live. We don't say, it's like, I'm just joking. No bye. Later, Gators. Bye means forever. We seeing each other later. We ain't trying to leave for forever. We trying to just say later, like later. See you later. That's what we do. Latagata. Latagata. Later, Gator. That's what we do over here. No bye. Okay, nobody. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later, Gators.